Welcome to Frontline One, Frontline.io's browser-based platform for frontline training and support. One application, one URL, and no installation. It runs in any Chromium-based browser, such as Chrome or Edge, and first login takes about a minute. If you already use Frontline.io, your content, your logins, and your XR experience are unchanged. Frontline One is simply a new way of reaching the same platform. This session covers the main capabilities screen by screen. The first section applies to all users. From workspace settings onward, it is intended for administrators. Content creation will be covered separately. One thing to keep in mind throughout: what appears in your workspace depends on your company's subscription plan and your role permissions. So not everything shown here will necessarily be available to you. Frontline One supports more than 80 interface languages, so every user works in the language that suits them best. If you are unsure where to find something, the built-in search takes you straight to the right asset or screen. Alongside search, Frontline One offers an AI layer with two parts. The first is AI Assist, a conversational assistant that answers questions and carries out actions for you. Opening a procedure, creating a task, always limited to the content your company has made available to it. The second part, AI agents, we will come to shortly. Both are optional. Your company decides whether to enable them, so if you do not see them in your workspace, they have not been switched on. The left-hand menu holds the main tabs we will walk through. At the center is the dashboard, fully customizable, so each user builds the views that fit their role and switches between them freely. In my case, quick actions, my open tasks, a note for follow-ups, workspace activity, company news, a video I use frequently, and a relevant digital twin. The Projects tab is where your assets are stored. Digital twins, flows, documents of any type, and immersive rooms. What you author here also runs natively on an XR headset. On the left is the list of projects available to you, in either detailed view or grid view. Each project carries its own analytics. Who used what, how often, and how far they got. Along with an activity list of everything created or done in that project. Before we continue through the tabs, here is how these pieces work together in practice. A technician opens the digital twin of a machine on a tablet and follows a flow step by step. At step 7, something does not match what is in front of them. From the same screen, they start a remote support session. The expert who joins sees the same digital twin, marks up the same part, and the technician continues. Afterwards, the session is recorded against that project, and it shows up in its analytics. One platform, one continuous piece of work. The remote support tool opens a live video call between a frontline worker and an expert, with chat, recording, capturing, screen sharing, and live translation. So a technician and an expert can each speak and read in their own language. Everything required to resolve the issue happens in a single session. Task management lets you assign tasks and follow them up, for individuals or for groups. Your inbox is fully customizable. Tasks assigned to you, tasks you have assigned to others, tasks you follow, and the notifications relevant to you. From here, you can also create and manage your dashboards. Now the second part of the AI layer, AI agents. Where AI Assist answers a user's questions, agents carry out longer, defined pieces of work across your content. They draw on a knowledge hub built from your organization's own material. Their usage is tracked and limited to configurable domains. Administrators decide whether agents are enabled and what they can access. In the workspace settings, administrators invite members and assign the roles, groups, and access each person needs to start working. Groups let a set of people be assigned to a task or a role and work as one team, rather than as individual users. Role management applies to specific users or to entire groups. On security and compliance, Frontline.io is SOC 2, Type 2 certified and GDPR compliant, and holds ISO 42001, the international standard for AI management systems. Data is encrypted at rest and in transit. At the workspace level, you get enterprise single sign-on over SAML 2.0 and multi-factor authentication through your company's Authenticator app. On where your data lives, Frontline One runs as Cloud SaaS on AWS with a configurable region, or as a private tenant, or fully on-premises inside your own environment, the same product and the same experience in each case. At the project level, analytics also run at the workspace level, with the detail needed to follow activity across teams. Workspace design lets you apply your own branding, including logo and colors. You can add embedded apps for the users in your workspace, useful for internal communication or for building a knowledge base. Sub-workspaces let a subgroup, a department, a supplier, or a group company operate in its own closed, self-contained space, sharing its own material, running its own courses, managing its own members. Deleted items are retained for 60 days, and during that period, a full restoration is possible. A content protection adds a customized watermark layer visible while sharing your screen. Finally, remote support sessions are configurable to your needs, including questionnaires and analytics. Companies on session-based licensing, pay-per-session, are managed here as well. That is Frontline One, a simpler, faster way to use Frontline.io on every device your team touches.